when I started in digital marketing some 10 years back, specifically in search engine optimization, one area I struggled really hard with was the international SEO, right? While it wasn't too difficult for me to perfect other areas of SEO like the on-page, the off-page, the e-commerce, and several other ones like the local SEO and technical SEO, the international SEO was a hard nut to crack for me. Yeah, of course, at the moment I have perfected those skills and I know exactly what to do to rank a particular platform internationally or on the international stage. So I quite understand that a lot of SEOs, especially the new entrants, are also going through this challenge, finding it very difficult to optimize the content and get it to rank organically internationally. That exactly is why this video is very important. So do well to take your time, go through this particular video to the end, and you will understand all of the options that are available to any SEOs, yourself inclusive, to get your content to do well organically, ranking in that specific country of your choice, right, at the top of the search engine result page. So let's delve into the board immediately. Let me make you a list of the options that are available to you, right? And of course, I will do well to try as much as possible to show some examples also backing up some of these options. I hope this makes sense to you at the end of the day. So once again, as a means of encouraging me to do beautiful contents like this, do well to smash on that subscription button and turn on also the notification bell so that when next I make videos like this, educative videos like this, you will not miss out on them, because I take my time to dig very deeply inside of digital marketing and of course tech as well, right? You will not miss out on anything if you turn on the notification bell. So let's hop to the board immediately and you will understand all of these options that literally took me years to master, right? So here are some of the things that you need to do in order to rank your content in that country of your choice. So if you're writing a content from your home country, let's say for instance, you're writing your content or optimizing your content from Nigeria, you can rank the content in the United States, right, if you do the needful. So here are some of the options. The very first option is the website structure right here. Website structure, you must take your time to plan your website, right? You must take your time to layer out your website and give it a sense of purpose, helping both the search engine and the users also to understand what your website is all about and the various locations that you are targeting for this particular brand, right? So the next thing is keyword research and competitor analysis. Yeah, I will dig deep into this shortly, right? You must do your keyword research to reflect what people in those climes. Let's say for instance, a guy in the United States, his search term may be completely different or slightly different from the search term of a guy in Nigeria. So you want to put all of that into consideration. You want to factor all of that so that you are able to provide or deliver content to them that they want to read or they want to see per time. So apart from keyword researching, you want to check your competitors also to see what they are doing differently so that you can better deliver your content as well. You don't want to write your content with the tone or the style or the flow of the Nigerian market, right? Because what Nigerians will consume most likely will not be the same as the consumption interest of the guy in Canada, for instance, right? So you want to check out your competitors. Who are those guys in Canada who are ranking for this particular search term that I want to rank for also? So you want to pattern your website like theirs, making your website richer and more complete or vast or deeper than theirs. That is what competitor analysis is all about. I will show you an example of this also shortly and you get to see it and understand it. So the next one is CCTLD. CCTLD simply means the country code top layer domain, right? So yeah, those days when I started out in SEO, CCTLD was a very difficult thing for me to grasp. I mean, literally, I was finding it difficult to wrap my head around what exactly is CCTLD, right? Yeah, but those are actually old stories now. So CCTLD is simply creating a subdomain, right? There's really no other big grammar to describe this. Creating a subdomain to reflect the country of target. So let's say, for instance, we're targeting Canada. You understand that the country code for Canada is CA, right? So you are going to be creating a subdomain starting with a CA. So let's say, for instance, your website is example.com. You want to create a subdomain to reflect something like ca.example.com, right? That is what we mean by CCTLD, the country code top layer domain, right? Yeah, you also want to do something like maybe France. If you are targeting French speakers, you can get your content written or transcribed into French, right? And of course, create a CCTLD for it. For instance, for France, we have FR, right? So France is actually FR, right? Yeah, so France is FR for France. So fr.example.com. That is what you have for France, right? So let's say Germany. Yeah, I don't really know what Germany is anyways, but we'll check right now to see, right? Yeah, so I think Germany is DE. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think Germany is DE, right? Yeah. So just like that, do your diligence to understand the country code of the country code of where you're on target with your content, right? So Nigeria is NG, South Africa is ZA, Ghana is GH, right? Kenya, I should think, is KY or thereabout. So yeah, do your diligence, find out the country code of that particular climb you're on target with your content. That is what we mean by CCTLD setup. And the next one is Hreflang. Hreflang is simply a line of code, right, that helps Google to understand that the language by which this particular website or the content on this website is written is French. So yeah, if you get your content transcribed to French, for instance, I mean the whole content on the platform written in French, right, you may not even need Hreflang at the end of the day, because Google understands that this content has been written in French. But of course, Hreflang simply means that there's a piece of code, right, that is attached or that is pasted at the top section or the header section of every website, signifying or indicating what language the readers are going to be seeing on the website, or what language the entire website has been written in. So EN is actually English, right? French is FR once again, and just like that, right? So Hreflang also can help signal to the search engine that you have written this particular content, or you have built this entire website in English, right? And the content will be served to English speakers. So US is also a good example of a href language, right? EN is English, signifying UK and maybe some other English speaking countries and all of that. Yeah, so now let's get right into the board. Let's get to see all of these things in proper perspective. So right here, let's get to a new page. So website structure. Yeah, so there are several ways by which you can structure your website, right? You can structure your website so simply that it becomes easier for a novice to navigate and understand what exactly you are into. But my single advice usually is, if you are structuring your content, you want to put up, let's say this is a page, this is one of your pages. Take for instance, you have your logo right here, right? You can have your home here. You can have the list of services that you offer, right? And of course, you can have locations that you cover. So now this location most likely will have things like the locations that you cover. Let's say for instance, you're covering Nigeria. Then it simply means that you are going to be building an entirely new page for the Nigerian business. Let's say for instance, you're targeting United States, right? yeah, that simply means you're going to be building an entirely new page for the United States also, right? And the list goes on and on like that. So this is a good signal to search engine that, oh, you are actually targeting this particular country. I do this a lot myself, right? I've ranked for content, I've ranked for keywords in Duluth, Georgia, in Lawrenceville, Georgia, in Savannah, Georgia, in several other places in Georgia and Pretoria in South Africa and stuff like that, simply because I was able to create individual pages for this location, and I did my keyword research to know what exactly visitors or searchers are surfing or looking up on Google in order to find the solution that they crave, right? So yeah, you want to build individual pages for the various locations that you serve or you target, so that Google understands and serves this content specifically to those individuals, right? So yeah, this is one of the things I mean. So this is one of the ways by which you can structure your content. Now, services, you can also structure your services to reflect locations also. Let's say you are into digital marketing. You can have something like digital marketing course in Nigeria, right? You can also structure your list of services per country also. So let's say you have digital marketing course in South Africa, ZA, right? Yeah, once again, you can structure your services to reflect those countries as well, right? Yeah, that is very important, so that Google understands also that this specific page is for this particular country. And when I do this myself, in order not to go against the Google's NAP, the name, address, and phone number, because most likely you don't have the phone number of the location you're trying to target, I simply knock off phone number. And the reason is simple, guys. Who exactly in South Africa wants to call a guy in Nigeria? They may be considering the financial implication, right? Who exactly in Nigeria wants to call a guy in Germany, for instance, and make inquiries about their course? It most likely doesn't happen sometimes or frequently, right? Which is why having your email address, having a means by which you can send email to you, becomes an alternative, a worthy alternative to phone number. So yeah, for each of these pages that you are creating, you may not necessarily put up your phone number on them because they may not be needed at the end of the day, right? Yeah, once again, people don't do plenty international calls except it is very important and maybe even life-threatening. Who knows, right? Yeah, so that is why your email address or a means by which you can fill a form and reach out to you becomes a worthy alternative to phone number. Yeah. So services can be structured in line with country. Locations also can be built. Location pages can also be built for each location that you want to cover or you want to target, right? While your entire website may be for a specific country or maybe for a specific worldwide searchable keyword, right? You can simply go ahead and build pages for each location that you want to target. Now, this is for website structure here, right? Now, when you are done with your website structuring, the next thing we want to look into is the keyword research and competitor analysis. Now, let's get into this quickly. Let me share a part of my screen. So, competitor analysis. A minute, please. So let's get to the keyword. Let's get to the keyword research section of the discussion, right? Yeah. So the very first thing I like to do usually in my keyword research process is to come to google.com, right? google.com/preferences, right? Preferences. Yeah. So this takes me to probably Google's page. So I like to do google.com/preferences, as you can see on my screen, right? So the very first thing I do is google.com/preferences, and from here I will navigate to other settings right here. Then inside of the language and region, I will simply change my result region to a country of my choice. Now look at this result region. Result region here is let's say I'm targeting Australia. I'll simply confirm this. This will help me get to see who my ideal competitors are, right, on Google when I begin to make my search. So let's say I sell a digital marketing course. So let's say digital, let's say free digital marketing courses right here. So when I make a search for this, you see content from Australia, right? Because we have changed our location to Australia, right? That exactly is what we have done. So 7 free courses on digital marketing, and this. So this is by Article Writers Australia. This is Digital Marketing Institute. I think these guys are global. Yeah. So Google, Grow with Google, HubSpot, Udemy, and several other ones, that Digital Moms Directory, Great Learning, and all of that. So now this gives you an idea of who exactly your target competitors are, right? So when you see this helps you understand what kind of content you are writing and what kind of page you are also going to be building to compete favorably with these competitors. So now we know from the board that the very first guy here ranking for this free digital marketing courses is a blog content, right? So let's tap on this to see this guy. So yeah, this is what this guy looks like. This is their website right here, right? So yeah, this is a blog content. So if you are going to be writing or ranking for this particular search term also, you must write a blog content like this guy. So he has made a listicle, right? This is simply a listicle. 7 free digital marketing courses in Australia, right? Yeah. So now this is what we mean by doing keyword research and competitor analysis. So I wouldn't delve deep into keyword research because I have done plenty videos on keyword research already. You can find one of them at the top of this one right here, and you see the rest showing below in the description section, the bottom part of my description section, to understand the various ways by which you can do keyword research also for your content. But of course, very importantly, if you are gunning for international audiences, the very first thing must be done before you start your keyword research. First, ensure that you change your location, your preference, google.com/preferences, right? To understand who your ideal competitors are, getting to understand what kind of content they are producing, how long or the length of the content, and of course what type of content they are producing, and how is this content also structured, right? Yeah, do that and then get started with your keyword research. So once again, check out the videos at the description section of this video. You will see a good number of keyword research videos using Google Search Console, the auto suggested method, the keyword sheeter, the Google Trend, and several other ones I covered already in those series. So yeah, moving on from here, we want to look into something very important also, right? And of course, in this case, I should think we are looking at the CCTLD. Yeah, the CCTLD is the next thing under consideration. Now, what exactly is CCTLD? Once again, I've mentioned this before now, right? The CCTLD is simply the country code top layer domain, right? That is what your CCTLD simply means, and that is what it also does, right? Now, CCTLD, quickly, let's see. CCTLD CCTLD here. Yeah, CCTLD SEO. What does this mean? Now it says country code top level domains can significantly improve a website's SEO performance by signaling geographic targeting, improving visibility, and they're about helping also to drive traffic to your website. That is what CCTLD is all about. The country code top layer domain or top level domain, right? Yeah. So let me show you an example of CCTLD. When we come to Indeed, this is Indeed.com, right? Yeah, Indeed.com here. I should think it's a capital, it's a double E, right? Yeah, Indeed.com. Let's tap on enter here, and you will see that Indeed.com is just one website. It's just one website. But the moment we change the CCTLD, it will automatically direct us to somewhere else. Oh wow. So you recognize the fact that I'm suffering from Nigeria, and that is why you can see this NG right here. So let me make emphasis to this quickly, right? So yeah, NG right here. So this is NG right here. You can see NG. So this NG simply tells you that you are surfing this particular website from Nigeria, and that is why assuredly every content I'm going to be seeing on this website is going to be Nigerian based, right? So moving on from here, let's see another CCTLD, another example right here on Indeed. So here we have let's change this NG to something else, right? Yeah, so let's change this NG to FR, or let's say DE, right? I want to believe that DE is Germany. Yeah, so as you can see on my screen, guys, it has taken us to Germany, right? It has taken us to Germany. Everything we're going to be seeing here is going to be written in German, right? Yeah, so this is what we mean by CCTLD. DE is for Germany. If we change this from DE to FR, France, yeah, let's change this to FR. You see that everything you're going to be seeing here is going to be written in French, as you can see. So this is what we mean by CCTLD, the country code top level domain, or the country code top layer domain, right? Yeah. So if you want to rank internationally also, one of the ways by which you can get that done is by creating a CCTLD also, right? I mean, setting up a subdomain to reflect the country of target. It completely becomes a new website, right? Optimizable with all of the keywords for those specific countries, right? So once again, before you get started with keyword research, ensure that you have gone through the videos I stashed below this particular one, right? Very importantly, so that you get to understand how to do keyword research. And when you're done with that, navigate to google.com/preferences to change your country of target, so that you can get to see your competitors and check out or study them to understand what exactly they are doing differently that you can also steal, or let's put it mildly, that you can also copy, right, and not steal, right? Yeah, there is really nothing like stealing in SEO. The knowledge is open. It's a general knowledge, right? So yeah, things you can get to copy from them or learn from them and optimize your own content as well. So once again, you can build location-based pages, digital marketing course in Cochrane, Alberta, digital marketing course for sale in Duluth, Georgia, right? Do your keyword research, very importantly, to reflect those locations and use those keywords, changing your preference to maybe United States, understand what your competitors are doing differently, and do the same thing. Build a similar page also, well optimized, deeper than what they have done. That is how you get to rank internationally, right? So yeah, and that one is CCTLD and I've shown that to you already on my screen by FRDENGZA. If you change this from FR right now to ZA, right, you will see this takes us to South Africa right here. So ZA right here. Yeah, so ZA takes us to South Africa. As you can see, everything I'm going to be seeing here is going to be South African jobs and South African market. I hope this makes sense to you. So yeah, the last but not the least I should think is Hreflang. Hreflang is simply a code, right? Yeah, let's get to see this quickly. If we can get Hreflang from here. Yeah. So let's see this page. Okay, so yeah, I'm not able to find the source code for this website. Usually on a PC, when we right click on any area of the website, we can tap on inspect and we'll see the source code. Yeah, but of course Hreflang is just a piece of code that you can get to insert at the top section or the header section of your website to signal to the search engine what location and the language that this particular page or this particular content is targeting. Of course, doing CCTLD actually counters the Hreflang somehow, right? Because CCTLD signals the location and the language by which the page or the website is built or rendered. Once again, I hope this makes sense to you. Motivate me by tapping on that subscription button below and turn on also the notification bell so that you don't get to miss out on any video I make in the future, right? Thank you so much, guys. Once again, I hope this particular one makes sense to you, and specifically I hope it does help you understand what international SEO is, how to get started with optimizing your content to rank internationally, and very importantly also, I hope it has helped to boost your confidence as far as SEO, international SEO is concerned. Let's get to meet up in my next videos, right? And of course, I'll be hoping to see you in that one. Thank you so much, and let's call it a wrap from here. Bye bye.